a great Christmas, and today I'm going to be starting off by talking about yesterday's Boxing Day matches. So the early match was Tottenham v Brighton. This was at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and there was a goal first actually by Harry Kane, actually disallowed for offside, but the next goal came from Brighton and this counted. It was a free kick by Gross and then it got headed in, and so it was 1-0 to Brighton. And it stayed like that throughout the first half. It only took a few minutes in the second half for Harry Kane to come back, and he scored, and he loves his Boxing Day goals, doesn't he? That's like 8 in 5 games on Boxing Day now, so that was good for him. And then actually Dele Alli scored the winning goal. It was a really good goal. Went over the keeper Ryan and into the top left-hand corner. That sealed Spurs the victory, so they won 2-1. Sheffield United drew with Watford 1-1. That was quite a surprising result actually, considering Sheffield United's great form in the Premier League this season so far, and Watford actually climb off bottom place, are now second bottom place, so they are moving up slowly under Nigel Pearson. Bournemouth drew 1-1 as well with Arsenal, and this was Arteta's first game in charge there. You could see a real difference in how they were playing actually. They were really trying to press down the defence. They were doing more long balls into the strikers. Aubameyang scored the goal for them. Bournemouth actually scored first, and they scored another goal as well, but this was offside, so it didn't count. Crystal Palace played West Ham. Now this is quite an interesting game because West Ham actually scored first. Before they scored though, the captain Mark Noble was getting into a fight with some of his other players as well. He doesn't often lose his temper, but there was a bit of a kerfuffle around with the West Ham players, and then they came back and scored the goal. That was good for them. And then Crystal Palace came and they did score a goal as well, so it was 1-1, and Jordan Ayew left it really late, but he did score the winning goal in the 90th minute, and that was a very well worked goal. But that's good for Palace, they get those 3 points. Aston Villa played Norwich. Now Norwich started the better team actually. They had so many shots on target, so many attempts, but they just could not find the ball in the back of the net. But who did? Aston Villa. So they actually won 1-0. Saints went to Stamford Bridge, so Chelsea were playing Southampton, and this was a surprising result. Chelsea lost 2-0 to Southampton, and considering they were in relegation trouble, this was a great result for them, especially over this Christmas period of time. Chelsea's home record has not been that great so far. We'll be looking at ways to turn that around in the next half of the season, which is kind of starting now, but that's really good for Southampton. Everton won 1-0 against Burnley, Ancelotti's first game in charge there, and it was Calvert-Lewin who scored. He has been a good striker so far for them, so that was a great result for them as well. Man United played Newcastle and they actually won 4-1 at Old Trafford. So Man United had the best form on Boxing Day and Newcastle had the worst form, and that kind of just proved it there. It was a Martial brace, and Mason Greenwood, the youngster, scored a great goal from his left boot. It was kind of a mistake from Newcastle. There were lots of little mistakes that just gave the ball away possession, and then it was very well worked. And then Rashford obviously had to get on the score sheet as well. Actually, the first goal came from Newcastle, which was from Matty Longstaff. He's one of the brothers, if you remember, Sean Longstaff as well. That was good for him because remember his first debut goal was back in October against Man United as well. So he obviously likes scoring against them. This was the big game. This was second place v first place, Leicester v Liverpool, and this was not the result we expected because Leicester lost 4-0. Liverpool had such a busy schedule and now they're world champions. They came to the King Power Stadium and they actually thrashed Leicester. That's the biggest win for them so far this season, and it's come against second place, which I don't know, is that a bit worrying? But I think the title race is definitely over now, but you never know what could happen in this next half because Man City are playing tomorrow against Wolves, and if they win, they'll close the gap and they'll actually overtake Leicester and move into second place, so then it might get interesting again, so we'll have to see what happens there as well. But in this Leicester-Liverpool match, I think Trent Alexander-Arnold was the best player. He was man of the match. He got 2 assists and he actually got the final goal himself, but the other goal was a penalty. Now, he actually almost assisted in getting the penalty because he did the cross which hit Soyuncu's hand, which gave the penalty. So I think he was influential in all the goals there, so that was a great night for him. If that wasn't hectic enough, I'm going to move on to this weekend's games. Brighton are playing Bournemouth, Watford are playing Aston Villa, Newcastle are taking on Everton, Southampton are playing Crystal Palace, West Ham are playing Leicester, Norwich are playing Tottenham, Burnley are playing Man U, and then the Sunday games we have one of these. So it's Arsenal v Chelsea, huge game, kick off at 2 o'clock. And we have Liverpool v Wolves. And to finish this weekend, Man City v Sheffield United. So make sure you keep on top of all of those results. See what happens next week. Bye!